All right, Axe Cop. I never watched it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch Axe Cop, man.
Never
You
watched it.
know, like Axe Cop feels like it was in that era of like all the like they were just trying shit. Like in some of them other
Yeah, just
shows
throwing
on
shit
here,
out there.
but like they had pause. They had Assy McGee that was like a ass that was a cop. You know what I'm saying? And they had
What the
fucking
fuck?
yeah, I know. And like they had this shit, and then where is it? Mr. Pickles was like one of them type of shows. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they was just putting shit on there to try to fill some time. Uh, so John, did you watch Axe Cop?
No, I never even heard of it, bro. But the picture looks familiar, but nah.
I do think that is kind of a funny concept. Motherfucker, you give a cop just an axe and shit. Like he don't even got no gun, and he just like out there trying to dispense
Just body and
justice.
shit. That's fire
That
though.
shit. All right.
Apparently Tyler the Creator is one of the voices on this show.
Well, good for him. I mean, feel free to cancel me for this, but I would assume he's
Hmm.
probably the black guy. But hey, voice
I
actor,
mean,
who
why would it not
knows?
be?
Well, I mean, sometimes they had Sam Jackson and Charlie
Right.
Murphy.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
was white people
yeah.
on
Playing white dudes,
Boondocks,
yeah.
but
It
Beavis
seems
and
like
Butt.
it's got a pretty good reception between IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Both like IMDb got a 7.3 and Rotten Tomatoes got a 70%. So it's probably like a
Well, that's
average show.
good for them, man. I hope that they did some great shit, but ain't
I'm
shit if
rocking
you
with
ain't
Beavis and
realistic.
Butthead, man. Beavis and Butthead's fucking funny
You was
as fuck.
fucking with Beavis and Butthead, bro.
Yeah, that show is sick, dog. That show is sick as fuck. But
Um, hmm.
it's not an S tier though to me, honestly. Even though I do like it, and I know King of the Hill, which is an S tier show to me, uh,
The
stemmed from that
most
show, I
of
guess.
Beavis and Butthead I remember watching was they when the movie came out. I remember I watched the movie because it
Yeah,
would be like
Beavis and
on the
Butthead Do
HBO
America.
channels, bro. You
That
know
shit
what I'm
was funny
saying?
as fuck. Yeah.
And like
You
all
never
I
watched it when it was on
recall,
like TV as a show?
huh?
Did you ever watch it when it was on TV as a
I,
show?
I remember I watched like sometimes, but I can't remember like a whole lot of any of the episodes I
That
watched.
shit
And
that
also I
shit was
know they
sick.
they brought it back like a few years ago. They brought it back and
Yeah,
continued it. Like
yeah.
you
Right
know what I'm
now
saying? So
it's on Paramount Plus. But
The reason why it was sick
this
on the
actually
show
came out.
because they would
My
mix
fault, go ahead.
my bad dog. The reason why it was dope on the show like on TV was because like in the middle of the show they mixed music videos with that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you
It was
though,
dope.
Roots, you talk about motherfuckers that are like pioneers. This shit right here was a
This is
pioneer
the
too.
pioneer. This is
And
the
like
pioneer. This came
they
out
have
in
Celebrity
'93, bro.
Deathmatch, which isn't on this list, but Celebrity Deathmatch was
They are
around that
tweaking.
time.
Why the fuck is it not on this list?
It
I
was
hate
on
this
some other
list.
lists, I remember, you know. But yeah.
We might revisit this after I make my own because like they don't even have the right type of shit on here.
Yeah, so Beavis and Butthead, I'd probably get a whole like a B tier. I don't feel like it's better than American Dad to me.
I'm not mad at you at the B. I will agree with it on some real
Yeah,
shit.
because one of the first automatically is gonna have some shit that it miss, and people are building off of what it kind of paved the way for. So it makes sense that they
It's an adult
miss some shit and
cartoon,
it's a
but it's
little bit lower on the
predicated
rating.
off teen humor, bro. Like a lot
Right.
of that shit just like isn't, like some of that shit just isn't funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro, I'm
where
not
No,
the
gonna
no,
joke
hundred
lie.
is
percent. After
just
a while, it gets
is
annoying as
boobs or
fuck. Actually,
farts or whatever. Like that shit's just not that funny
Bro,
to me, bro.
I forget which one because I can never, get down the names of which one is which. But
Beavis is the
whichever one
blonde
that
one.
crashed, okay, whenever Beavis crashes out every time he has sugar, bro, that shit
Buddy
is
turned into
fucking funny as fuck to
cornholio
me,
and
bro.
shit, and he pulled his shirt on his head.
That shit is the funniest shit ever. I am Cornholio. That shit is funny as fuck.
Boy,
the
he
only
I
thing I
think that's the
really get
first time
annoyed
I ever
about is
laughed.
just the breathing shit. The breathing shit is OD,
yeah.
dog. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, that's my name too. Funny enough, Jesus.
It's really funny as fuck too. Like my uncle really used to like that was what he used to like talk shit. I don't know about talk shit, but like when any of the kids would do some like dumbass shit, he would be like he would call them a Beavis and shit. Like so that was really his insult. Like
Oh,
uh
fire though.
all right, so Big Mouth, this shit is a F to me, bro. That shit is so fucking garbage. Like
That shit was alright when it first came out, and then it fell off terribly.
bro, I never even really watched that hoe because like my roommate would watch that hoe, and like the shit that I saw of it, I was like, this isn't funny. This is just disgusting. Like it's ass. It's not funny. It's gross. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's like their main thing. I mean, it's supposed to be about, you know, going through puberty and shit as a teenager, but like it just comes off as kind of gross.
Bro, and like that's the thing, bro. Like it's these big head ass kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like it really, I don't know, man. It feels like it's kind of gross to watch because like, all right, you watching about like
I'm a full grown
they
adult
cartoons, but
watching,
like
and it's teenagers
kids go
talking
through
about fucking
puberty,
each other
bro.
and shit.
Yeah, like I'm like and you got like they got like hormone demons and shit that are like Meg the Stallion and whoever the fuck else. Man, get this shit in
Yeah,
the
I'm
F tier,
cool on
man.
that, bro.
John, man, you got anything where this shit shouldn't be in F tier, bro?
No, get that shit out of here too.
Now this one right here, though, Black Dynamite had some shit, boy.
I'll let you take the reins on that because I never watched it.
Boy,
I
I
watched the
fucked
movie.
with
I never
Black
watched the show.
Dynamite so heavy, bro. They didn't do a lot of episodes for this motherfucker, and it was such a shame, bro. But like at its best, this is a S tier show. I'm willing to concede it to be an A tier show if anybody has countering opinions. But that hoe is funny as a bitch, man. There's a clip that goes viral every once in a while where it's Black Dynamite, and it goes viral on Twitter. Black Dynamite is up there, like, he's having his eureka moment. He's figured out, the case of what they dealing with and shit. And so he just keeps jumping from topic to topic, and he gets the right answer at the end, but it's bullshit in the middle. He's talking about like Jello, and then he's talking about like porn, and then he goes to like, all right, well, what is what is a gangster's favorite number? And it's just like it's bullshit. And they're like, oh yeah, it's the Black Panthers and the Ku Klux Klan. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. But also, yes, the movie is hilarious. I just saw a picture the other day where motherfuckers did this shit, and it says scene where that motherfucker, he's like, we're gonna have to get to the bottom and stop whoever's selling drugs in this community. He said, but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Like,
that shit sounds fire too. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit is fire.
I might
fuck,
actually fuck with that.
I'm putting this hoe up here. I didn't really watch Archer, but you know what I'm saying. Like, Black Dynamite only got one season, I believe, maybe two, but like that shit, it left an impression.
Right,
Bob's Burgers is.
I feel about this how you feel about Big Mouth. It's just not funny to me.
Okay, John, what you think about Bob's Burgers?
I watched actually like maybe 3 episodes. I actually thought it was pretty funny. Like not funny, like like I thought it was just cool, like
A lot of it,
but I didn't continue.
Is white humor, honestly. Like it's a lot of white humor, and like some of the jokes are like broken in the same way that we'll talk about Smiling Friends later, where like the jokes often are fucking, like broken speech patterns and whatnot, where it sounds like the way people talk in real life, and like some people are autistic and whatever, where it doesn't sound rehearsed and choreographed, and like they do shit like that, but it is in the same vein of a Family Guy and an American Dad, where like it is watered down, in my opinion, from the peak of it.
Well, funny thing about this, the main character for Bob's Burger does the voice for Archer in Archer.
That's interesting.
And
that's fire.
There's a they start one of the seasons where it turns out that he ended up giving himself amnesia, and he woke up, found the wife from Bob's Burgers, and then married her, and now he's Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Damn, Archer is
comedy within that, yeah. Yeah, so he like I said, he gives himself amnesia. He wakes up wherever the fuck.
I didn't even know them hoes was running simultaneously enough to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they both been around for about the same time.
But yeah, I think like Bob's Burgers is like a low, like it's a B tier for me. You know what I'm saying? But like if Roots think it's ass, maybe it lands in the C tier. Where would you put this shit, John?
I have no opinion on it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't really say.
Well, I'll put Bob's Burgers in the C. I understand like the humor is not for everybody. Like that shit. It's a lot of white humor. Like it's kids being idiots and autistic and whatever else. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna dwell on this. BoJack Horseman, though.
I've heard a lot about this. I've never watched it though.
Um, it's an internet meme a lot of the time, in the same way that Rick and Morty is. That
Right.
this is an adult cartoon that people feel attempts to be too deep or woke or whatever the case may be. Like that,
Mm.
it's got a lot of good comedy moments in it. But the thing that most people praise is the overarching story of a former actor who's fallen into hard times where he's not shit anymore, and he's addicted to drugs, and he's like got living a shit ass life, and he just keeps fucking up, but he's like trying to better himself supposedly and whatnot. It's a 5 season run, I believe. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Um, I felt genuine emotions while watching it. The comedy, there was some good shit, but some of it is hit or miss as I've like watched it more recently.
Mm.
I think the fan base is the worst part about BoJack Horseman, honestly. John, did you watch BoJack?
I watched the episode or two. I thought it was pretty cool. But I don't really. I'm not gonna put my input because I haven't seen enough.
Um, hmm, I don't want to just, you know what? Fuck it, it's our list. I'm putting this some bitch right up here. No,
Talk that shit, bro. Fuck
he's
it.
above Black Dynamite. Like I say, I do think that I think that some people and like people online argue about the points of this show, what I'm saying? Like they have differing viewpoints of shit. But I think that's part of what makes a good show. Um so damn, is that somebody's smoke detector? Uh
Nah, it was my fucking walkie-talkie for some reason.
the Boondocks. Now, all right, Roots, you can take the lead on this one.
Bruh, this is by far one of the funniest shows. Because it's very much like South Park, where it's based in real points in time. Like they
Mm-hmm.
make a lot of reference to different shit. The character, there's not really any character development. However, the differences between characters, it's it has every type of black person in it. It has an old nigga. It has a rapper nigga. It has a woke nigga. It has a thugged out nigga that's not really thugged out, but in his mindset he is. He a hustler and shit like that.
It's got a
And they got
whitewashed
squabbling in that.
motherfucker, you know.
Right, it's got a whitewashed motherfucker that's married to a white woman, and he's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They have all different types of people from the black culture spectrum, all in this show, and they're all whether it's a common moment that black people have in their life, or it's a common culture moment that we all experience together, and they just kind of rehashed it into what they seen it as. I think this paved the way, and I don't understand how there's not more black adult shows off the back of this. I guess it's just maybe an intimidation or something like that.
Because Tyler
And I
Perry
feel like,
got pissed off at them.
man, fuck that nigga. He a goofy.
Yeah,
And
Bruce. This show is fucking
but
funny, bro.
but this show is fucking hilarious, bro. And they don't give a fuck as much as South Park don't give a fuck. So that's why I fuck with it heavy too. So I would probably put this at a S tier for me. That
I
might be
feel like,
biased. I don't know, but I think that shit is fucking hilarious.
yeah, I feel like the Boondocks, like it's so culturally iconic, that Stink Meaner as a character, not Stink Meaner, I mean, yes, him too, but Uncle Ruckus as a character, is just so universally known. Like it is an archetype of person at this point that like people attribute some shit to. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for several of the characters within it. I think that, I agree with the point of it being similar to South Park in that vein, but I prefer the Boondocks over South Park because it's more of a culture that I identified with growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like the mostly white Colorado town wasn't really, you know, like my bag. You know, more so this type of shit is some shit that, you know, you would see more frequently where I live at. And so I was like, okay, like this, you know, it's funnier to me because I know people like this. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But yeah, I'm putting it in S tier. John, do you have anything further you want to say?
No, just put it S tier, bro. Shit's funny as fuck.
I think it's over Aqua Teen. I think
Yeah. I'm not mad at Boondocks being at the front of the line for S tier.
now I didn't